Hi everybody, welcome to my next presentation. So in this class I will take the concept of the computer security with respect to the intruders. So this entire presentation I am going to talk about the intruders and in what way they will access the entire systems and what are the attacks are possible in the intruders with the help of the intruders and how we are going to overcome the intruders. All these things we are going to discuss in this presentation. So there are the two most way we can access break the security of the particular system. One is called as through the intruders and second one through the viruses. Okay, now what do you mean by intruder? Intruder are called as hackers or the crackers. They are called as hackers or crackers. As we know that viruses, it is a one sort of malicious software where we can send to the systems, and that particular software code will be triggered through some events by clicking or some activating some other functions. It automatically triggered the particular malicious software so that the unauthorized users can able to get the specific access to the authorized systems. So it creates the backdoor of the backdoor for the unauthorized users. Whereas in the intruders is they are the hackers or the crackers. They are also having the same concept. So they want to create the backdoor to access the particular systems or the software or the data. So through that backdoor they want to access they want to gain the access of the authorized users. So in this there are three defined major classes of intruders they have defined. One is called as a masquerader. A masquerader is an individual, they are not authorized users of the particular computer, and they can who, and other way we can define who penetrates a system's access control to exploit a legitimate user account. To gain the user accounts, they are penetrating the system access controls. They are called as masqueraders. And misfeasier. A misfeasier is a legitimate user, that is they are the intended user to access the data, program or resources. But what they will do is they will misuse, they are misusing the particular privileges, misusing the particular resources with their privileges. Those users are called as misfeasers. And clandestine user. Clandestine users are individual users who can steal the supervisory access control, who can seizes the supervisory access control of the system. They are called as clandestine users. Also we can say they use the control to evade auditing and access controls or to suppress audit collection. A masquerader is likely to be an outsider attack, and misfeasier is generally an insider attack, whereas the clandestine user is an outsider and insider attack. Okay, so intruder attack is basically from the serious conditions to the gentle conditions. So it attacks the systems in a gentle manner and it leads to the serious issues also. Okay, if it is a bigger and end of the scale, it means that how it will be affected in a gentle manner. Just any user, they simply wish to explore internets and see what is outside there. That is one example. But whereas in a very serious, they are trying to read the privileged data and they want to perform some unauthorized access and modify the data or disrupt the entire system and resources. So that it leads to the serious conditions. So these are the simple examples of intrusions. One is performing a remote root compromise of an email server and defacing a web server and guessing and cracking password. So all these things are simple examples of intrusion by the intruder. Then the behavior pattern. What is the behavior pattern of the intruder? How they will affect the system? Their behavior pattern is constantly shifting is to exploit newly discovered weaknesses and to evade detection and countermeasures. Okay, so because of that, the normal user or the administrators, they don't want to easily recognize that particular thing. So that's why their behavior pattern is constantly changing, so that they will affect the systems entirely. And every intruder, it follows a recognizable behavior pattern. Okay, but those behavior patterns are differ from the normal users behavior patterns. Okay, then we have three broad examples of intruder behavior patterns. One is called as a hacker behavior, second one is a criminal behavior, and third one internal threat behavior. Hacker behavior, what the hacker will do, what do you mean by hacker, what is the purpose of the hacker? Hacker wants to steal some data, right, from the particular system. So what they will do is they will collect the IP address, they will fix the target, fix the destination machine with the help of the IP address. How they will get the IP address? Because we have certain tools are there. With that tool, NS lookup and dig, all the tools are used to give the IP address. Okay, then after identifying the IP address, they want to get the access of the port number. So with the help of the Nmap protocol, they will Nmap tool, they will identify in which services they are using through the protocol. It is a protocol it is a port scanning mechanism, and identify potentially vulnerable services, and it identify the services. Then they will identify the password by using the brute force attack of the particular machine. Then they will steal the remote administration, use the remote administration tool called damware that is installed in the systems, and they will wait for the moment once the administrator log in into the system. Then they will capture the entire username and then password. Then further entire control is given to the hackers. So this is the way, this is the one side of a behavior. And the criminal enterprise, the criminal act quickly and precisely to make their activities harder to detect. Exploit perimeter through vulnerable ports. Use Trojan horses to leave backdoors for re-entry. Use sniffers. Sniffers is also the tool used to capture the password. So use the sniffers to capture the passwords. Do not stick around until noticed. Make few or no mistakes. These are the criminal behavior. And internal threat, create network accounts for themselves and their friends. Access accounts and applications they wouldn't normally use their daily jobs. Email former and prospective employers. Conduct fugitive instant messaging chat. Visit websites that cater to disgranulated employee such as fdcompany.com. Perform large downloads and file copying. Access the network during off hours. So these are the internal threat. Next is insider attack, which is one well-known attack in the intrusion concept. So insider attack, obviously it is the most difficult to detect it, because the employee is acting as an intruder. Why it is difficult to detect is because a employee is already having access. They are having the knowledge of the structure of the organization, knowledge and structure of the organization, and knowledge and the databases also. What is the reason the employee made to act as an intruder is because one is for more revenge, or simply a feeling of entitlement. So in this case, to overcome this insider attack and intrusion, we have intrusion detection systems and intrusion prevention facilities are available to overcome the insiders attacks. Okay. and these are the examples of the intrusion detection systems, how they can be able to overcome the attacks. It enforces least privilege, only allowing access to the resources employees need to do their job, and it set the locks, and finally it will identify what are the commands they have used, where are they, what are the folders they have visited, and it protects sensitive resources with strong authentication. After termination, after logging off the system, it deletes the entire details from the employee's computers. So this is a way they can intrusion detection system. These are simple examples. The intrusion detection system, that is IDS and IPS, will work. So what is the intrusion techniques? So intrusion techniques, the ultimate aim is they want to gain the access of the authorized users. They are the unauthorized person, they want to gain the access of the authorized users. Simply, in other way we can say, they want to create the back door to enter into the system to steal a sensitive information or damages or destruct the computing facilities. Okay. So in this case what they will do is, they will write a program that is called as a malicious code. With that malicious code, they trying to create the backdoor into the system with the help of triggering of the particular executable code through some way, through some events, and after that they gaining the access, they are getting the privileges on the particular system. After that they will steal the entire information. So once they get the access to a system by expecting attacks, example such as a buffer overflow on a program that runs with certain privileges. So alternatively, the intruder attempts to acquire information that should have protected. So all the protected information they want to steal it. Probably it is a user password. So from that user password they will gain the knowledge, and then they will log in into the system, and then they will act as I am the legitimate user for the particular system. So based on that they will doing all nonsense activities like stealing of informations and distracting the computing resources or overloading the systems. By the way, the authorized users cannot able to enter into the systems. I hope you will understand the concept of intruder and why we need to go for the intrusion detections, and what way it will help us to enrich the security of the systems. Okay, I thank you once again. I will catch you with my next presentation on malicious software behavior or the various malicious softwares. Thank you.